Hi everyone.
Hi guys, here we're on location right next door to our house. Another update video. Hey, we're in for a treat for this video. Wilma is joining us on location. So, lot to show you guys. We'll just pan around the neighborhood. Still praying for rain. 4 months. We did have about a week ago now, right? About 20-minute shower.
Yes, that's it.
Yeah, in the evening we had about a 20-minute shower about a week ago. Other than that, it's got to be knocking on 4 months no rain. I mean, just look how dry it is. Look at that. That's usually all greenery. It's just as dry as can be. We're definitely in the middle of a drought. We do have some breaking news from this morning. The breaking news is we are out of water.
Yes.
Finally, we were told that the water supply close to this mountain never runs out of water. That's what the locals said.
That's what they said.
They said, oh, the last 20 years, that water non-stop. Now, to say that downtown Dauin has been having water issues for a while, a lot of municipalities, and we've been good for this nearly 4-month drought. But last night at 5 p.m.,
Went out.
water shut off. It's still out. We went up and checked the main line. The main line is right behind our house, and there's a big valve back there. So we went back and checked the main line, and drip, drip, drip. Yeah. So we are officially out of water. Hopefully it comes back on soon. Going to be kind of a tough with trying to mix cement. Actually, our neighbor right there just came over to us and said, hey, you guys got water? Because he's got some tile guys coming tomorrow morning to lay some tile, so he's going to need to mix cement. And I told him, no, we're out of water. So pretty amazing. So it looks like there's another fire. See the smoke? Another fire. We see them all the time where people burn their brush and it gets out of the way, right? And it burns the Wi-Fi down. So many fires. Yeah, so many times. Oh, more breaking news. We're out of Wi-Fi too. No Wi-Fi. Since yesterday. So no Wi-Fi, no water. There was a brownout yesterday for 8 hours. That didn't affect us because of solar. So thank God for the solar. But yeah, we're gonna have to deal with no Wi-Fi. So Wilma and I had an executive meeting today. We're not going to mess around anymore. We're ordering Starlink.
Yes.
I've been holding out for Generation 3, and I did contact a week ago corporate support or customer support for Starlink and asked them if Generation 3 was available, because you do see some YouTube channels saying that Generation 3 is available. Now, Starlink did get back to us. We did open an account with Starlink, so we have an account, but we actually didn't order it yet because I wanted to confirm Gen 3 was available, and they responded back saying no, Gen 3 is not available yet in the Philippines, and I've been holding off for that. But we're going to go ahead and order Gen 2 because we can't deal with this anymore. I mean, we have the solar, so we could be having Wi-Fi right now, and we don't because we're dealing with the fiber line. Can you see the electrical outlet right there, or electrical pole? The fiber runs right down the road, and for one reason or another, there's always a reason. This, that, the fiber is going out. So we're done. We're done with local internet. We're ordering Starlink. So let's talk about update. Remember that giant mound of dirt that was here 2 weeks ago? They ate into it pretty good. It's a lot of work. They're doing it with shovel and wheelbarrow. So all this dirt here will go down to this level down there. So this is still a good, I don't know, 5 feet of dirt here that's going to come out. and they've made a lot of progress. Remember all the voids? A ton of voids, all filled in. Now they really need some rain on this to get it to pack down before they pour the floor. But you can see where they're going to start doing tie beams. So all the columns of the home, which is down, in the earth, they'll do tie beams very similar to this. See how this going across for support. So it looks like they're digging out, and they'll start doing some forms and doing some tie beams, because this is the floor level. Now take a look. They've really been working on this over the last 2 weeks. Yeah, this is the bunker slash cellar. So this is going to be the subfloor of the house, pretty high. So this is the subfloor, and then down there is going to be a little cellar area. Good for typhoons, and it's going to be a little workshop and all the garden tools. They've been getting a lot of delivery of hollow block. Look at all the hollow block. Look at all the hollow block. And that's going to be for all the walls of the house. Hollow block walls. So hopefully the water situation gets resolved, because they're going to need a lot of water to mix cement for getting these hollow blocks in place. So last update, you can see that they're going up higher, and that's the 2 spare bedrooms slash library. So spare bedroom, library, spare bedroom. So they're moving forward with some more block lane, but they really have been concentrating on filling all these voids and concentrating on the bunker. Hey Sandy, what are you doing? When we walked over here, she was standing up on there. She was like king of the world, walking around. So that's the progress here, all across here, filling all these voids in. Still have some work to do here. Now let's take a walk around, and I'll show you inside the cellar area. All right, so before I show you the cellar area, here's where they're mixing the cement. You can see their water supply. So they got 3 55-gallon drums, half full. And it looks like they're trying to save water. So it looks like there's a water line there, and they're trying to save water in anticipation of not having enough water. So I'm assuming that's what that is. But yeah, if we're going to be out of water for a while, that's going to be a challenge. So let's take a walk down. Hopefully I don't fall. Look at all the hollow block. A lot. All right. A lot of work to be done in there still. It's still raw hollow block. I'm sure they'll be rendering that. And that's going to be an area, a pretty small door here to get into it. Let me see if I can get the camera a little further in. I don't know how much you can see, but they do have the roof poured as well as the concrete floor poured. But they're still doing some work. And you can see they got a lot of cocoa lumber in there holding up the floor, because I'm sure that's about 4 inches thick of concrete. I'm surprised you're over here with me. Keeping me company. So, really, guys, it's just been so hot. We've been hearing about records of temperature, and not in this area, but in other parts of the Philippines. We watched the weather, and they've been saying 46 degrees Celsius.
50.
And then one day last week it hit 50 degrees Celsius somewhere in the Philippines, not exactly sure. So I'm like, 50, let me see what that is in Fahrenheit.
122.
122.
That's really hot.
So temperature hit 122 degrees in the Philippines. Again, not here, but somewhere in the Philippines. It broke a record. But we've been watching the news nightly. We normally don't, but just because of the weather,
Yeah.
we're checking the weather report when we're going to get some rain, and they said that so many parts of the Philippines has been breaking records, and we've been seeing like 44, 46 on a regular basis, and that's like 115 degrees. But finally, a 50 degrees Celsius day, 122. Can't even imagine.
Yeah, and some people I heard too on YouTube that they're selling their buffalo, that's carabao.
Oh, carabao.
Because there's no grass to feed them.
No grass to feed them. Yeah, we were just talking about that because,
So
there's nothing to feed all these cows. So we're talking about that the other day where, we're seeing all these cows, they look so thin. And how are they going to sell them for beef if they're all scrawny with their ribs showing? Because, they don't feed them grain or corn or anything like that. They feed them grass, grass-fed beef. And, in the middle of a drought, there is no grass or very little. So, it's definitely an issue. And we went to the market today. And, we've been buying all our, we don't buy beef here in the Philippines, but the chicken and pork we always buy at Robinson, and it's good. And we stuck with them just because it's good. But Wilma found the person downtown Dauin, but you have to get to the market at 6 a.m. on Sundays. So, what do you call it? Suki? Suke?
Yeah, you're a permanent customer.
Yeah, permanent customer. So we have the prices set, and now we're buying fresh pork every other Sunday.
Yeah.
So I talked to her today because Wilma says, don't go anywhere near. So we got there this morning, and I went for a walk around town so she can negotiate the prices. But then once she negotiates the prices, then she calls me in. But I did talk to the owner of the, call it meat shop. And I said, when was this pig slaughtered? And she said 4 a.m.
Yes.
And it was 6:15 a.m. when I had that conversation with her. So the pork that we just bought this morning was slaughtered 2 hours and 15 minutes before we bought it. So, it does taste better than Robinson. Yeah, it tastes better. So what did you buy today? What type of pork?
I did some pork chop, ribs, pork belly. And just all strictly pure meat.
Yeah,
or,
steak.
I'm gonna make like a stew.
Oh, a stew meat.
Instead of beef.
Yeah, it looked really good. It was real nice color.
Yeah.
It didn't look red at all. It was a real nice light color.
Yeah.
So, definitely good. So we package that up. We'll have some tonight, right? We're going to cook some on the grill.
Yeah.
So that'll be nice and fresh. But the guys are, going to town here. It's been very hot for the guys to work. They're doing their best to keep up, and things are definitely moving in the right direction. But just look at the desert. It's just amazing. It's just hard to fathom 4 months no rain.
It's more like Arizona, right?
Yeah.
Desert.
Yeah, it looks like a desert. Just look how everything is just so dry. Now that tree, that must have some deep roots because that's the leaves are nice and green. But you saw our previous video that we did when we went to Forest Camp and we showed you how dry everything is. It's just unbelievable. And I've never experienced 4 months no rain, and we're living it now. So hopefully we'll get our water turned on soon. Wilma's doing a good job keeping the fruit trees, but now we're out of water.
Yeah.
Can't use the pool water, too much chlorine in it.
No, I can't.
But you watered it really good last night.
Last night.
Yeah, she gave him a real good drink last night, so we're good probably for 2 days before we need to water again. So we got to cross our fingers that the water comes back on in less than 2 days. So that's our update for today, guys. We'll stay on the cycle of every 2 weeks unless something real exciting happens. It's definitely moving in the right direction, and we'll talk to you guys later. So you got good news to tell everybody?
Yes.
What's the news?
We got water.
Yes.
First, what, 17 hours?
17 hours. Let me show you. So that was a scare. When I seen no water, I got nervous. But this is the line that we have for the pool. And though it's not... What? Drop the phone? Yeah, the phone is hanging over the water. Long-time viewers know, right? So I got to be real careful. So I'm holding the line with one hand and holding the phone with the other. So who knows what could happen. But look, thank God, water's back on. It doesn't look like it's great pressure, but we'll take it. So we'll put a little bit of water in the pool. It doesn't need it. It's in good shape. But our water tank is what we're most concerned about. Now, I looked at the water tank when Wilma said we were out of water. It was 80% full, so that's not bad. So it'll top off probably in an hour. So we'll be good shape there. So we're definitely buying another tank. So we're just gonna, get through this drought season. There's Wilma checking the water now. She's peeking in, making sure that it's full. I looked at it this morning, Wilma, and it was about 80%. So we'll top that off today. Good news. But a lot of water there. So if we get in big trouble, I have a sump pump I could put in. It's attached to a hose. I could always take this chlorinated water and pump it up to our water tank. Just to keep water for the house, and then we would just conserve. But I think the next best thing is to order another tank, get it here. Yeah, just get another tank. I'm going to have to dig out behind and get the pad. Remember, I did a concrete pad for that tank to sit on. That's 1,500 liters of water. I'll get another 1,500 liter, do a pad, a concrete, and then set it on there, and then just attach the two tanks. Don't need to worry about the fill, because if you fill one tank and they're attached at the bottom, it'll go from one tank to the other with the pressure. So that's going to be a definite next project. While I'm videoing, because we weren't thinking we were going to video coming back from our neighbors, we thought the video was over, but when we seen the water, it was like, okay, 17 hours we were out of water. Still a scare. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, see if it shuts off again. But remember, we were talking about we were going to find an outdoor stain. And remember, I said I had some Minwax, but it didn't say it was rated for outside. So I found some Davies stain. It's dark mahogany, and it has polyurethane in it. So we went ahead and did a complete staining. Came out good. We did not get the table yet. That's still a project, but it really cleaned it up. But it's really just to protect it. So we did a nice stain. Took Wilma and I 3 days to do it, because we just did a little at a time. And we actually had someone say, why don't you hire somebody to do it? We like doing these projects. If a project is something that Wilma and I can handle, we do it. Why hire somebody? It's not about the money. It's about, the satisfaction and doing it yourself. Now, is it a perfect job? No, it's not a perfect job, but we're okay with it. We just wanted to protect it. It was really fading with the sun. So now with this, this is not shellac. This is actual stain. So we'll see how it lasts in the sun. But now we got that project completed.